It's time for American Brain and Brawn, starring John Brenkus and Lacey Evans.
None of that was live, yeah?
Hey, Lacey.
Shut up, John.
Gosh, listen. For those of you who don't remember,
Oh,
last
no, they
week's
remember,
show was a little
John.
rough. Not gonna lie. Last week's show was a little rough. Fortunately, we got our legs back underneath us. But my tail is definitely between my legs. Lacey,
You're
you
on
want
a short leash, John. That's all I gotta say. Do we have the poll reviews available?
Courtney, do we have the poll reviews?
Yeah, I know. Sigh.
Hold on, let me see.
At least somebody in here could do their job correctly. Courtney, play it.
Let me see if I have it. Hold on. I think may have. Let me go online here and see. This is what happened. So last week was a total disaster, and Lacey put up a poll here. I'll show you. This is really embarrassing, but Lacey put up a poll.
As well as it could be.
This is what it says. It says, "Who should I fire from last week's unprofessional train wreck?" And it goes down. It says G-Dub, Herbert, or John. And she made a thumbs down emoji for G-Dub, a clown face for Herbert, and the poop emoji for me. And 49% of, I guess, you guys said you wanted me fired. And this was how Lacey posted it. She was like, I think I should fire him. That was a not terribly flattering picture. But I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm a little bit ashamed. I feel like this is a good learning opportunity, a good teaching opportunity for how to overcome, how to get up when you're knocked down. And
if you have the opportunity, John, because I mean, not only myself, but everybody that watches American Brain and Brawn, obviously the numbers don't lie. So if you even have an opportunity after today, that's okay, because the floor is open for me to interview the fans of American Brain and Brawn to see if they, which I'm sure they can do better than you, John.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen, we're going to open it up. What is it? AB. We got Herbert back. So Herbert did not get fired. Herbert is still here. I'm on a short leash. You all think it's so easy.
Well,
if you go to ababshow.com, ababshow, that go to AB show. A is in American, B is in Brawn, A is in American, B is in brains. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. See, I'm not good at this. I'm nervous. I'm messing this up.
Yeah, because you're about to lose your job, John. Okay, John, can it. Okay, just like you're about to get canned. AmericanBrainandBrawn.com, ababshow.com. All of you out there, you have the opportunity to join me to bring the best motivation and charisma, pretty much everything John does not bring to the table. So if you're watching this, go ahead and click in and let's have a little chat. Let's get him off the screen. Let's get you on the screen, and we'll just have a nice little normal chat. Because yes, me and Herbert, we met up We talked over coffee, a couple coffees actually, and he has realized the importance of his position and what he has done in the past. And that talk was great.
Well, listen, everybody
And
in the
Herbert's
chat
still
room
here.
right now.
John, however, is not so lucky.
Listen, if you guys think it's so easy, listen, I don't want to be rude, but hosting a show with Lacey is not easy, if you know what I mean. Like, you got to like fight to get a word in.
Not
you
for
gotta
the weak.
have a very tough skin. You have to be able to think quickly. And when, evidently, now that I might lose my job, it is hard. This is much harder than it appears. So anybody who thinks they can do a better job, and that means you, William Purdy, who said, hey, William Purdy said, good, John's
Come on,
fired.
William.
William, hey, William,
All right,
come on
William,
the show
honey,
right
let's
now.
talk.
Go to ababshow.com and you can take over this job. You can do it. You know? Listen, Peter Seraphin said, ooh,
Anybody
right
but you,
hook
John.
to John. John's fired. Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look at
this may
this
be
one.
John's last show. So everybody out there listening to American Brain and Brawn, just a little recap. There's been a few things that has happened that has really led me to make a decision, but I didn't do it selfishly. I brought all of you nasties into the equation to voice y'all's opinion. And the opinion sits that John needs to go. Okay. Just so y'all are aware, I talked to Herbert. He's obviously doing his job because Lord, would you look at me? I'm here. We don't have monkeys on the screen. We have that taken care of. But the problem still remains that John.
Yeah. Your internet's not so good this week, Lacey. Now, there you go. Lacey froze up on the screen. There she is. Yeah. So you all are out there saying, oh, good, John's fired. Good, John's fired. Well, guess what? Lacey can't even operate internet. She doesn't internet well. Yeah, Lacey, you're muted.
John, just let me know when I'm back on.
Right now. You saying that you know what?
Well, then,
maybe I'm the wrong one to fire. Maybe you need to look in the mirror.
Well, who muted me? Because I didn't.
Listen, you might have to have a talk with Herbert. All right, so Blake says, where do I apply? Hey, you guys go to ababshow.com. You can go to ababshow.com.
Don't start this, John.
If you guys can figure it out, go to ababshow.com. And if you can figure out how to be a co-host, God bless you. You all do it. You know what? I'm going to take a break here because Lacey thinks she can do this with somebody else or by herself. So I'm at Herbert. Get me off the screen. I'm out of here. ABAB show.
Bye. Bye, you nasty. All right. The problem still remains that I'm fed up and I'm not going to take this any longer. So thankfully, my fans have voiced their opinion and I can't agree more. So what I wanted to do is bring on a few of you nasties to talk about it because we don't need John on our screen, especially in the last few weeks. He should have been gone a long time ago. So with that being said, who out there thinks that they have what it takes to outdo John, which is simple. All you got to do is show up, have a smile on your face, try not to have the same beach or lake scene, green screen behind you, because quite frankly, that too is boring. Lord, would you look at me? Let me get some comments going here.
Yeah. Hey, Lacey, G-Dub is on the screen with you. You don't even know. If I'm not part of this, you can't even figure out that there's someone else on the screen with you.
Whose fault is that? Where's Herbert at? All I see is my beautiful face. That's not my problem, honey. And quite frankly, what my view right now is Lacey Evans. And I don't want to hear G or W. The heck? What are you doing here?
Hey, are we live? Are we live?
Please tell me you are not coming for this interview.
Yeah, I was invited back. So I guess I'm here for the interview.
From who?
Well, I sent my resume. Did you get my resume?
You have got to be kidding me.
Something funny?
Yeah, I think it's funny that you think, once again, I mean, I see that you did a little comb over and you took your cap off. You still don't have a collared t-shirt and you're still chewing gum like you haven't eaten in days. Okay, GW? So here's the thing. What makes you think that you have what it takes to be my co-host?
Well, I will say the bar is pretty low right now. So as far as what's going on right now, I think I could do a little better than what you got. So the bar's pretty low.
Obviously. I mean, I don't know if you saw the statistics, sweetheart, but I was shocked that you made it as low as you did. But you know what? I'll give you this. Since you were the lowest to be voted out, I'll give you an interview chance.
So wait a second. I was the lowest to be voted out. Is that a double negative? So meaning I got the most votes to stay?
You've got the lowest to be gone. So John, well over did how many people chose to the masses, you stand a chance to stay on this show. My question, my first.
Hey, you see what I'm talking about, G-Dub? Look at, she's all frozen on the screen. Look at that.
Amateur hour.
Amateur. She doesn't even know how to interweb. She can't interweb at all.
She can't hear us right now, can she? Because
I don't think so. She's like frozen on the screen.
All right, she's popped.
Don't you? So like I'm the problem?
Holy cow! It's amateur out. It's Bush League over here. Thought you were dealing with the big leagues.
Frozen or not, I'm beautiful.
I don't want to be talking when she unfreezes.
Look at this. She can't listen. Lacey can't interweb. She like it's a little complicated. Listen, and she's saying I'm the problem. It's look at she's still frozen. She think look at Bush League. Totally Bush League. That's right. Yeah. There we go. Listen. Hey, Lacey, why don't you figure out, hey, you know what? Hey, Herbert, why don't you take Lacey off the screen for a second and it'll be the John and G-Dub show. Because until Lacey figures out how to interweb, there we go.
Much better. Much better.
That's much better. It's now the G-Dub show. You know what I mean?
I've arrived. Here we go. Last week. Well,
is Lacey, yeah, just Lacey's in it. I don't even, there we go. This is pretty good. American Brain and Brawn. Look at this. Hey, G-Dub.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about Lacey? What do you think? She can't hear us.
She's a scary person. She's a scary woman. I've never met her in person, and I hope now that I don't. But yeah, she's pretty intimidating.
Here's the thing. She's brilliant. She's tough as nails. But as a co-host, I mean, she kind of steamrolls. She just goes right over you, you know?
She does talk a lot.
She talks a lot.
Like a ton. And just judging on what I saw last week, that girl was tossing her around pretty good. I don't know if that's normal for her in her wrestling, but that girl was throwing her around pretty good. I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. But her internet, if she can't get her internet to work, you know, I don't know what we're going to do. You know what? by the end of the show, she's going to have me back on. She's going to be
running much smoother this week, though, isn't it?
It's a lot smoother, you know?
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
not
Lacey
so hard.
can't, you know, it's all right. Oh, she's back. She's back. All right, Lacey. Well, there you go. You know, G-Dub just tried it, and it's not that easy.
It's a lot easier than it looks.
Oh, sorry. I was watching the ratings fall miserably. Are y'all done?
All right. Well, you're back on this. You know what, Lacey? Why don't we just put you on the screen and see what happens to the ratings? Ready? Hey, Herbert, get rid of G-Dub, get rid of me, and put Jess Lacey, and let's see what she does.
Lord, well, now that all that nonsense is done, I am currently, for all you nasty things, listen. I am.
Lacey, I don't want to tell you this.
No. You need to get off my screen, John. I'm busy. Herbert, fix it. All me. Oh, Lord, would you look at me? For all you motivators out there listening, I have some pretty cool news. Right now, I am in the woods. When I say woods, I mean, I'm literally. I got my camper. And let me show y'all what I'm doing. Tell me who all can hear me out there, because Lord knows my voice is more classy than those nasty things. All right, let's turn this bad boy around. All right, ready? Look at that. While they're in there running their mouth, I'm out here working hard with barely any service to remodel an entire home in the middle of the woods. Tell me, what have you two nasties done today?
We connected to the internet.
A perfectly good show. What, a little service never hurt nobody. Well, I'm in the woods. Something you would know nothing about.
It looks like you're really roughing it out there.
Hey, I rough it all the time and still look classy and sassy as ever, honey.
What are the ratings on that hat?
Other than G-Dub, there's not a single person out there who's been able to figure out ababshow.com. Not a single person. That means
typical. I wonder who set it up,
my job may
John.
be safe. My job may be safe.
Yeah, well, that at the end of the day, that'll be up to me, John, and our fans, which according to them, you're barely hanging on by a thread. Now, you could use the excuse that my service sucks out here while I'm out here kicking butt and taking names, rebuilding houses. I mean, I bet you two have never even picked up a hammer a day in your life. And yet you're wasting my time with freaking a show that can't even stay together without monkeys on my screen, John. So make a decision.
I'm just waiting to see if there's anybody out there who even wants the job.
They're probably nervous because they have no backbone like you, John, and your friend GW or whatever the hell his name is.
Can we talk
They probably don't want to be part of Herbert.
Hey, you've got somebody who wants to try to be your co-host now. I think it's some dude named Reggie.
As long as I don't see that nasty face again.
Good luck. Man. Good luck, Reggie.
Oh.
Good luck.
See, I came dressed for the part.
All right, let me see. Would you look at that?
Yep.
Okay, first, love the outfit. You really brought it. I love your little sidekick there. Let me see him.
Come here. Say hi.
Hi there. We should just do a whole show on pets. Anyway. All right, Mr. Reggie, shall I call you that? What's your last name?
Brown.
Oh, Mr. Brown. All right. First question for you. Do you think, it's a yes or no question, do you think you have what it takes to be my co-host?
Yes.
All right. Now, second thing, introduce our show. If you were my co-host, how would you introduce American Brain and Brawn? Let's hear it, Reggie.
I bring to you the person with all of the American brains and all of the American brawn, Lacey Evans, featuring, at times, Reggie Brown.
What a man. Okay. We might have to do a little something with your that facial hair there. But other than that,
can take the-
Reggie, tell me, what do you think about my?
Yeah, Reggie.
You froze.
Yeah,
I think
Hey,
JW.
Reggie, I hope you're having
So if
fun
you're-
with this because she's just stuttering and she can't interweb. She doesn't know how to connect. Her computer doesn't work well. Is that right, Reggie?
I think JW is sabotaging me.
See? And it's not
Yeah,
JW, it's
exactly.
GW. He can't even remember a name, Lacey. See?
He did such a bad job, and I don't need to remember. He did a bad job.
Huh? Well,
Period.
look at Lacey's trying to talk.
Period,
And she,
Mr. Reggie Bush.
yeah. Yeah, it's not Reggie Bush. It's Reggie
Oh,
Brown.
I'm
You can't
agreeing
even
with-
remember
I'm
his
agreeing
name.
with my-
See? And listen,
That's
Reggie,
it, Reggie
I
Brown.
come on the
just said
screen
what
and all I see is yay, John, yay, John.
I mean, I have the YouTube up, and the numbers went down from 58 to 54 when you came back up.
That's a lie.
It's a
Meaning,
lie.
yay. Ah!
Okay, take me off this. Hey. Then take me off the screen, Herbert. Let them have that. Boy, this is exciting.
All right. Of course it is, John. And I don't even have service, and they'd rather see me, okay? Other than yours. Now, do you or do you not follow Lacey Evans' product?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying anything except Lacey can't internet.
Okay.
This doesn't look good.
Yeah,
This doesn't look good. I'm not feeling the chemistry here.
we're going down again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
You guys ever seen the movie Titanic?
Yeah, just the ship is sinking.
Why are you even on the screen?
Right. I think the iceberg is very close.
No, it's not. What is that?
Is that an owl?
You know, I took you for a friend of animals, but it's apparent that you don't like animals at all.
There you go.
Not in my face.
Well,
Another Herbert maneuver.
hey, Lacey, as long as you can't internet well, these animals are going to keep popping on the screen.
Yeah, here's another one for you. She's here.
You said you wanted to do an animal show, Lacey.
Yeah, animals of guess, you dummy. Not random animals covering up my face.
Oh, we're getting requests.
I don't care about your requests, JW. I need you off my screen, Herbert. Now, my interview with Reggie, who will be the new co-host, is not over. So move.
Let's see what I can do.
You don't have control. We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. Everybody may as well log off if this is what we're doing, because this is ridiculous. No service or not, this is ridiculous. Reggie Brown, definitely call me, private message me. Let's hook up. Let's get this going, because I guarantee no matter what platform we use, monkeys won't be involved. GW, JW, whoever this man is, chomping on God knows what, won't be involved, and we can get back on topic with motivation, positivity, uplifting, drive, work ethic, and whole 9 yards, success, which none of these men know anything about, sweetheart. So Reggie,
Do it.
call me. You know where to find me. And
Gotcha.
let's pick up on this interview, because Like the little monkey in the corner was cute. Last week, Herbert, good job. This week, it's embarrassing. So love your dog, Reggie. Love your shirt. Let's talk about it. The only thing we would have to change is John's face on the logo. You know what I mean? Let's get you a quick shave. Let's get you a quick shave and let's put your face on there after the shave, honey, because the shave ain't going to cut it on my show, sweetheart.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Lacey, it's not so easy, is it?
It's easy with a little bit of internet, honey. The reason I even came on live today was to find somebody who replace you. And guess what? If you look up to your right-hand side, honey, you're looking at my new co-host.
What?
Oh, yes. You are fired. What is the word? Fired? Is that for breaking up? How's that for service? Fired. You're done, John. Done. So, all you nasty things, all the ones who didn't have the backbone to come on, you could have had a job. Now you don't, and Reggie is hired. And John is no more. But you know what, Herbert? I'm starting to guess that you're not up to any of this. So you know what? I'm going to keep Herbert. We're going to keep on trucking and get rid of this John character because we're done. Reggie Brown, I cannot wait to work with you. This is going to be an awesome collaboration. And for all you other nasty things, make sure y'all tune in because me and Reggie Brown are about to take over this entire platform. Oh, Lord, would you look at me? All right, Herbert, are you signing us off? Or John, do you got some final words to say before you get fired and done for?
I think your next co-host might be this owl. That's what I think.
Hey, like I said, Reggie Brown, you got my number. Let's work some stuff out. No more owls, no more monkeys, just me and a motivator.
Bring Reggie Brown back on the screen. Let's see Reggie. Let's see Reggie. Let's see if the numbers go up or down when Reggie comes on the screen.
Hey, my co-host, Reggie Brown. All right, so now that you are with American Brain and Brawn, you got a monkey on your shoulder. That's fine. Focus. What is the most exciting thing? Like, what is topic-wise that you want to promote within American Brain and Brawn next week? Go ahead and show us what we're going to bring to the table, all of our guests.
Oh, man, that's loaded. See, I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, you got to be prepared for anything, Reggie Brown. You're now the co-host. Do you realize what this means?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's hit it. What is our topic of discussion next week?
I think we can build off of what you started today, and we'll go with the animals for next week.
Reggie Brown, that was a test. You failed. I choose the topics. Don't get fired on your first day, Reggie. I will bring somebody else in. I love the shirt, but you listen, when I say what are the Lacey chooses the topics, you nasty. Okay? I'm going to give you one more shot. Even John knows that, honey. All right, Reggie, listen to me. I want you to interact with the fans and ask them what is the best thing about Lacey Evans. I want you to ask them with your mouth.
All right, fans. What is the absolute best thing about Lacey Evans?
Reggie, it's nasty. So you know. All right, you nasty things. We call them nasty things. If they're not one of us, they're nothing but nasties, Reggie. Now fix it.
All right, you nasty things. What is the best thing about Lacey Evans?
Now read the comments and fill me in. I want to hear what they say. Tell me the good news, honey. You got to be fast.
Miasha Simmons, that she's classy.
Thank you. Give me some more responses, Reggie, and hurry your ass up, honey. This is your
Cordray. Lacey is so cute. Loretta Cotner, this is a good one. She has a good heart and cares about the mentally ill.
Thank you, Reggie. Give me two more.
And Yolanda just wants you to call her a nasty thing.
Yolanda, you are nothing but a nasty thing, honey, but you already knew that. All right,
and I have
now.
Johnny Donahue just says you are the best wrestler.
Tell me something I don't know. Now, I want you to respond to them, Reggie, and answer those questions. How would you respond when you hear how beautiful and talented and how badass I am both on and off TV?
Lacey is the greatest motivator I've ever met in my life. She is not only kind and talented and athletic, she has the biggest heart of anyone you will ever meet. And that's a mouthful right there. That's all. I mean, I can go on for days.
That's a start. You know what, Reggie? What I think is funny, for the last 3 weeks, we have had hit after hit. Herbert with the social media and monkeys, and he must have had a rough one. Okay, I'll give him that. We've had a guest media director come on, terrible human being, lied on his resume, okay? And then we actually had our co-host voted off of the show by the fans. So imagine the predicament that puts me in. I have to make a decision, and now you're sitting across from me, not really, but really, and you have the opportunity to come on every week and bring some substance to this show. But what intrigues me is how many of you nasty things out there didn't even have the backbone to call in. Why? What is this?
Lacey, I want you to meet Ozzy from Miami, Florida.
Hi, Ozzy. How are you?
How you doing, sister?
Is this an audition or what?
If you want it to be.
He's also a fellow Marine.
Lord Semper Fi, you nasty.
Lock your body right now.
Lord, cut a salute. So what brings you to the show today?
So I'm a fan because I'm a friend of Dana Brooke.
Oh, yes, she's a motivator.
Yes, and she was on my radio show yesterday, and I told her I was very bummed that you didn't win on Monday night because I thought that if the team needed a leader, it'd be a devil dog. So, we talked on the show, and then I've been following you, and I looked on your story and saw that you got rid of your co-host, and you're looking, and you were doing this live, so I was like, let's do it.
Hey, all right. So, okay, we got somebody with a backbone here, somebody else that had the cojones to call in and put them, not only their face, but their voice out there. So 2 things I want to point out. Unlike Reggie, you're bringing a microphone to the table. You got a set of headphones. You're looking professional. Okay, you got him there. I feel like the shirt could have been a Lacey Evans shirt, but it's not, but I'll let that one slide. So tell me, if you were my co-host, would you be willing to show up in a collared shirt every single day?
Can I wear cufflinks?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Then yes, because that's how I dress. You could ask Ashley. That's how I dress.
All right. Now, 2 more things. One, introduce the show right now. You're on the spot live. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the American Brain and Brawn Show. We got your host, Lacey Evans, and I'm your co-host, Ozzy Martinez. We're 2 Marines, and we're here for you.
Oh, my Reggie. Oh, this one's a hard one. All right, and then the last thing. Now, obviously, you said Dana Brooke was on your show. What do you do in order to impact the community in a positive way? Because obviously, American Brain and Brawn was originally structured to bring out the positive, to uplift, to motivate everybody out there having a rough time. But I am aware of what you do, believe it or not, because me and Dana Brooke talked at Monday Night Raw. But I want you to say it out loud. I want to hear it from you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very in tune with the mental health community. I'm 100% disabled, permanently and total for PTSD and a mild traumatic brain injury. I started a nonprofit organization called Operation Wet Vet. We're dedicated to taking combat wounded veterans offshore and inshore fishing with a counselor on board. We've already opened the program up to first responders as well. And the reason I spoke to Dana Brooke was because I want to do a Gold Star fishing trip for Gold Star children. And that's where I wanted to include you. I also am the host of a podcast called the Post-Traumatic Survival Podcast, where we interview guests every podcast. And pretty much in every episode, we do hit rock bottom, but we go ahead and build it back up and let listeners know how a rape victim, a victim that's lost her legs, a victim that's now paralyzed, all of these, how are they now publishers, mountain climbers without legs. How are they doing
Wow.
it when other individuals would just lay in bed and die? So that's what I'm doing for the community. Now my new radio show on Sirius XM, which is on Monday through Friday in the mornings. My whole main goal about the radio show is pure positive mindsets. I want to talk about a positive light on mental health to break the stigma, because a lot of people, would see me and my service dog walking down the street and they're like, that guy's crazy. He has a PTSD service dog. But yet here I am, the founder and president of a nonprofit, a host of a podcast, a host of a Sirius XM show, and a soon-to-be co-host of the American Brain and Brawn show.
Wow. See, that is what it's about. That was what our show was built on. So I guess my only next question, one, is that the fishing trip that'll be in Miami?
I would love to do it in Miami because that's where I am based out of and located, but we can't do it anywhere else that maybe if you have, for instance, if you have a certain Gold Star family that you feel in tune with, the children. I know I have my brother that died on September 13th. His kids are in California, but I could fly them over. I have no problem doing that. So, it would be down here in South Florida. Yes.
Wow. You know what? That's what it's about. That's what not only American Brain and Brawn, like I said, was built upon, were those same principles and that same outgoing motivation. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. We're definitely going to keep in touch because I was already ready for this fishing trip. I've heard so much about you. So definitely thank you. Hey, John.
Thank you so much.
At this point, what are your last words? Because that is going to be hard to even compete with, John. That right there is a motivated co-host, honey.
Listen, I don't know how to say I'm sorry. I don't know how to say I can't compete. I can't compete with Ozzy. I can't. I'm not a hero. I'm not as courageous. I'm not as smart. I'm not as good looking. I'm not anything. But Lacey, there's a lot to be said about loyalty. There's a lot to be said for being loyal, sticking with people, through thick and thin. You and I started this show. I didn't come up with the idea. You didn't come up with the idea. We came up with it together. And I feel like if we want Ozzy to have a segment on the show, that's fine. But I don't think I deserve to be replaced just because there was a monkey and because things went crazy. That was all GW's fault and Herbert's fault.
Okay. I hear you. I love the word loyalty, John. And honestly, whenever we collaborated to bring this motivating show, one of the things was the fact that American Brain was you and the Brawn was me. So get your brain in the game and fix this Herbert nonsense. Get JW back in the garage where he belongs. And next week, prove to not me, because you're right, loyalty is there. Prove to our American Brain and Brawn fans why I should even keep you, John.
I am a motivator. I am a creator. I am a lover. I'm not a fighter. If anybody who knows me knows that I will stand by Lacey through thick and thin. And I promise everyone that I will be bringing my brain and I will not have any monkeys. And I promise everyone that starting next week, if Ozzy wants to do a segment on the show because he's a hero, I am totally willing to allocate a segment for Ozzy because he's awesome.
All right, use your brain because I want to bring him back on. And Lord knows my brain between that and my service is terrible in this way of my life. But I am a fighter, John. Unlike you, I will throw down. So don't make me do that, honey. Next week, let's get Herbert on board. Let's get this segment going. And for all you nasties out there, put in the comments below a thumbs up if you think we should try this the right way. And not cut the cord on John, because Reggie Brown is great, but Ozzy, he's bringing it. And I think that he's going to bring it next week because he's got a lot more to say. And I don't even think y'all realize to what extent, but you're right, John, loyalty. Are the thumbs popping up or should I cut your cord now?
I got a lot of thumbs up. Look at all the blue here. Look at all the blue. The blue's going crazy.
All right then. Okay, John. Next week, the original freaking American Brain and Brawn co-host, us, me and you. Let's freaking rock it. And Herbert, I don't know. The last 20 minutes has been spot on, honey. I might just keep you so you could feed your family.
Well, Herbert isn't in the room. Oh my God. Herbert, get that off the screen.